Welcome back, everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. Today we have ourselves another Starcraft 2 1 versus 1 replay cast. Today we have ourselves a Terran versus Protoss on the map, King Sejong Station. Should be a very good game between these two players. Terran versus Protoss, always fun to watch, particularly on a map like this that's been around for so long, but it's still so fresh to watch. Anyway, right now, spawning down in the bottom right-hand side of the map, it is the blue Terran player playing for Team Storm. And his opponent spawning up in the bottom left-hand side of the map, it is the red Protoss player. It is puCK. So, and puCK is playing for Team Root, by the way, and I'm sort of segueing poorly into this, into what I'm going to talk about here. We sort of have a pride match going on here, I guess, as Root and Storm are currently the two biggest North American StarCraft teams, really, I guess if you think about prestige or just presence in the scene. So, that's always interesting to see, two players from each team duking it out right now. And I think puCK's actually playing with a new mouse, so hopefully it's a good game regardless, and we'll see if he makes any blunders coming out of that. Anyway, these two guys, all friendly on the ladder, and these two players are actually quite high on the North American GM ladder, so definitely playing very well to stay there. So we have puCK just going for a standard barracks into gas here, or that, yeah, I believe that's a barracks into gas here, just getting a Reaper out, gonna be following that up with a CC, so very standard opening from puCK, whereas puCK went for a standard gateway, Nexus, Cybercore, so playing the sort of safe but greedy way to go about that expansion, not getting the Cybercore first or anything. I guess these two players might know each other a bit, but puCK just coming in, scouting, getting a confirmation on that CC, so yeah, just standard openings from both of these players for now. We're going to see if it sort of changes up, if either player goes for anything crazy or when the aggression comes out. Usually in Terran versus Protoss, we usually see the Terran players trying to put on some aggression, particularly on King Sejong Station, where there can be things such as tank pushes, great Liberator position drops from the left and the right. So it's going to be up for puCK to make a defense here, or it could simply be that puCK decides to try and put pressure onto puCK. That Reaper for, though, puCK getting in, getting a scout. Mothership Core pops out, going to shoo that Reaper away. A Reaper's very lucky if it can manage to get a probe kill. An early probe kill is always fantastic, but a good player like puCK not likely going to lose a probe to the Reaper here. So the Reaper for puCK just, you know, sitting around, gonna move back in once again, try and get a scout off, but sees the Adept there. Needs to get away. The Adept almost killing it off there. The Reaper needs to run and get away, as it's always nice to keep the Reaper alive for scouting information later on in the game. So puCK, two Marines out. Just reacted Marine production for now. That Reaper securing the Watchtower, trying to just get vision on everything. Got out of factory, gonna be likely following it up with a starport. Fast stim pack here, so this is an interesting build. It's sort of looking like a pseudo 2-1-1, which is where a Terran's gonna open up with, say, two Medivacs, gonna go for a drop here, and gonna go for two Medivacs, two Medivacs full of Marines, possibly a Widow Mine here, and try to get some aggression. And look at that Marine line, by the way, coming out of puCK here. Just sort of I guess he just wants to be able to just absolutely crush anything that tries to come up that ramp. puCK putting out a depot to the north, wants to know if there's any drops or harassment coming in later from puCK. puCK is a player who generally plays his own style by all means. I think I've actually casted one or two of puCK's games, and they're so fun to watch, and one of the reasons why is that puCK usually likes to go for Blink Disruptor. Now, Blink Disruptor is very hard to pull off in Terran versus Protoss, and that's why we don't actually see it too often. But, and I feel as if puCK's going to be going for actually Resonating Glaives and Adepts this time. The reason why I say that is he opened up with 3 Adepts here. He's got a Robo out, so quite likely going to be following up this Observer with a Warp Prism. Twilight Council, quite likely going to get out Resonating Glaives, I assume here. But no, we actually see 3 Stalkers on the way. So puCK is changing it up and could very well be going for his standard Blink, and there we are. Silly me for assuming that puCK will ever change up his playstyle, will ever stop going for the Blink and Disruptors, which he loves so much. Warp Prism on the way out, so he's likely going to go for some harassment with these Adepts here, and then maybe just poke with the Stalkers. The Observer, though, is across the map for puCK, getting a full confirmation. He sees the Marine count, so he knows there's likely going to be some aggression coming out here. He's going to come across. He's going to see all the research going down, and he's going to know exactly what's coming his way. He's going to know he's going to need to be defensive. I assume he's going to throw up another pylon here and there, maybe warp in a unit at each base. There we go, more pylons on the way just to be able to photon overcharge to shoo away these units. Adepts? Nope, puCK's actually going to be moving out with a push of his own. This is interesting. This is two aggressive builds that are sort of going to be butting heads. Protoss players have been getting very quick third bases in this matchup right now, but no, puCK's saying no to that. He's getting out these Blink Stalkers, which are just so strong right now. However, this is actually a huge mistake of effort. The one Marauder moving across the map, and it's just going to get shredded there by those Stalkers. 2 volleys dead. And that is a massive amount of the defense for Epic here to hold up this push. He does have Stimpack, he does have Medivacs on the way, but losing a Marauder is such a massive deal right there. His Marines can really only stim once until these Medivacs come out. He's going to want to buy time until his +1 attack is out, and then he can collapse on this army, but no, he's not going to wait. The +1 is going to be finishing up in a second here, but he is going to have to pull back right now, and he's actually keeping these SCVs out on the line, but puCK has an observer, so this Widow Mine he's getting as well isn't going to be effective here. Combat Shield almost done, going to make these Marines much more tough here, but puCK's going to have massive poking potential with that Warp Prism, with these Blink Stalkers. Now, I think Epic can hold this, as he does have the very fast stim, which is very critical to holding off a build like that. See, he's starting to pick off Stalkers. Even someone who goes Stalkers like puCK so often is going to have a hard time saving units from the high damage of Bio. So now we see Epic's actually in quite a good situation here right now. He's ahead on workers by a good amount, 10. Usually the Protoss player wants to be a few workers ahead to sort of counteract the mules here, but now we see puCK going for another move, manages to kill off the 2 warping in barracks right there, gonna pick off a Marauder. Another could possibly go down here. Epic once again forced to sort of get out there. Ooh, he almost gets the Warp Prism, but a bit of hesitation might have cost him that, or might have cost him weakening it even more. So puCK trying to get anything done with his poke. He did cancel more production out of Epic, so Epic is limited on how many units he can make right now, and I guess puCK's just going to work on trying to sort of keep the pressure on here. He's going to blink up once again, 2 Marauders popping out. It seems that so far Epic has had horrible luck with his Marauders right now. puCK blinking in once again, picking off a few SCVs, getting add-ons here. And Epic is once again forced to come out and try to pick these units off. Marauders might go down once again. Okay, those Marauders do stay alive, but puCK's doing very well right now with these units, with these Stalkers. The Stalkers, they're weak versus this Bio here. However, puCK's just abusing this positioning, his ability to warp up. And he might even get a Medivac or 2 here, as the Medivacs are getting a bit ahead. Epic actually has a scary amount of Medivacs, so 7 at 7 minutes into the game. That's quite a scary amount of support for his Bio. Right now, though, Epic got the Widow Mine, a few Marauders up top. He's managing to defend both places, and puCK sees this, so it's not like puCK's going to be caught off guard right now by anything. But right now, we see Epic getting 1-1 here. puCK, Dark Shrine on the way. He's sort of desperate right now. He's going to try to come back into this game with the ETs here. He's going to be getting out Disruptors as well, because as a matter of fact, Disruptors do not give a damn whether your Bio has upgrades. So this is definitely a way for puCK to possibly come back into this game. Epic still ahead on supply, ahead on workers right now, but puCK is securing his third base. Meanwhile, Epic, no third CC on the way yet. Epic scanning, I'm not sure. Where was that scan? I didn't notice the scan, but I assume it was just on the main, on the attack. But now we see Epic moving across the map. He did manage to sniff out those Blink Stalkers. Now puCK's going to move in. puCK, such good game sense, sees with that one observer the army moving out, and now he knows that Epic's too far away to come back. So we can actually sort of enter a pseudo base trade, but Epic does have a few units rallied back at home. Oh, and I believe there was a nasty Disruptor connection there. The Warp Prism that was with that Disruptor and the Disruptor itself did go down there, though. But puCK blinking in, trying to get some counterattack damage done. He is losing a large amount of Stalkers to this heavily upgraded Bio. Epic, very good micro, pulling back these weakened Marauders, but ultimately there's way too many Stalkers for puCK right now. SCVs are going to need to be pulled, and the sooner the better. These Marauders are starting to go down. Very good micro by Epic, trying to keep them alive. Epic actually turns around here. So we didn't actually enter a full-on base trade there. puCK just let off a lot of Stalkers, but he didn't really take any counterattack damage, and he is up to this third base. He's got that Disruptor production continuously going. 2 Disruptors out already. Very scary for Epic here. We have yet to see any DTs on the way for puCK. There we are. Now they're coming across the map. And Epic is not going to be prepared for this. Epic's actually moving his third CCs. well, his main base, because he doesn't have enough mining. He does have one missile turret. He does need to pull SCVs to repair that. The DT is just going to damage it down, and Epic once again running back here, trying to get a good defense together, but he's lost his... He's scanning one of the bases. He's going to possibly kill off the Warp Prism. No, it just escapes with the DTs. That is a massive loss for Epic right now, and these DTs are just starting to hack away. He has no missile turrets anywhere, as he lost the one he had in his natural base. puCK coming back in once again, possibly going to snipe a reactor with these DTs. He's got the Stalkers to pressure. He can move in with the Disruptors, as Epic is just being stretched thin by these DTs. puCK positioning them so well. A missile turret is up at the third base, so that's once again secure. The natural base, a missile turret is up, but the DT's coming in once again. There's nothing to defend him. Interestingly enough, the DT not getting one-shot kills because of the armor on the SCVs right now. But Epic's base is not in a good situation right now. I believe the Warp Prism did go down to this Widow Mine. No, not the Widow Mine. They might have just pulled it back, did puCK. Let's see, did that Warp Prism go down? No, there it is, tucked away at the back. Could hardly see that. Anyway, so now Epic moving in. He's got an army supply advantage, and his army is much scarier, assuming puCK does not get good shots with these Disruptors. It's really sort of 2 bases to 3 right now, 2 to 2.5. So the economy is in puCK's favor, as Epic not really nominal for the Terran player to have to float over this base, but he's doing that just to keep his good economy going. But his economy is going to take massive damage here. puCK got these Disruptors out, picking off Widow Mine or 2, and there is 4 Disruptors here. Epic is going to need amazing control not to take damage here. Meanwhile, there's the counterattack here going off at the third base, so Epic is really all in at this situation. puCK, massive blinks here, just picking off a good portion of that bio. Another Disruptor gets a massive connection there, and the bio for Epic is trying to split, but it's just not enough. The Liberator needs to siege up, but no, it's going to get picked off, and it seems that puCK is pulling himself back into this game. The massive harassment on the third base is gone, and how many SCVs were lost here? 29 SCVs have gone down in this game. So very well done by puCK, keeping himself in this game. He's now ahead in supply in total just by worker supply. So, and Epic needs to be mass producing a sort of counter to this army. He needs Liberators if he wants to deal with this. But right now, puCK's just poking and prodding, abusing these Blink Stalkers to be able to pick off units. Oh, and there's another massive connection for puCK with his Disruptors. They're picking off more units. puCK gonna come and focus down the Liberators here. And just so much of the bio is going down to these fantastic Disruptor shots. Epic trying to focus down the Disruptors before they go off, and he does actually manage to pick off 2 of them. So that turned a bad situation slightly better, but he's still not in the best situation. The DT's killing off his reactor, so Medivac production is limited. More importantly, Liberator production is limited. 2 Marauders are coming in to deal with this DT. Thankfully, they have Concussive Shell, otherwise that would have been much more dirty. But look at this puCK coming in with this Warp Prism. Gonna actually get away once again, it looks like. Are these Marines gonna get it? Yes, it just barely escapes, and now he's going to be able to cancel this reactor once again. Meanwhile, he's taking trades over on this side of the map. He's forcing Epic to lift off, and he's going to come in with more Disruptors, picks off the Widow Mine. Epic's just bleeding off units here and there. puCK with such good control, and look at this. Epic can't even clear up these DTs. He has no way to get this Warp Prism. He had a Viking, but that's long gone, so puCK is just playing this so well. He's abusing Epic's position right now, and look at this. Another scan went down to clear up this DT, but look at this. I'm willing to bet that puCK is going to come back in with this Warp Prism and morph in 1 more DT. Yep, there we go. This is the thing for when I play Terran, and this is what happens when I play Terran, and it just makes me want to cry. Another Disruptor's coming out here, and oh, it's going to possibly be a massive connection. Decent split, only bleeding off Marines is Epic, but another shot goes down, and these are free Purification Novas. Shredding bio, so Epic is now down 50 supply. He's down on workers. He's now down on army supply. He's now also got 3 DTs in his base, and this is just very well played by puCK here. We see another Disruptor shot going out. Epic trying to split to his best of his ability, but the Stalkers are so good at punishing units that split out, and all the army goes down for Epic as puCK gets another fantastic Disruptor shot. And how many Disruptors did puCK end the game with? He just did not stop making them. There is 9 Disruptors there. That is absurd. Anyway, very well played by puCK here. A good game between these 2 players. Epic starting out very strong, but ultimately puCK with a composition he's so familiar with just knew how to pull Epic apart. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you've enjoyed the cast, feel free to subscribe. If you have any casting feedback, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I shall see you guys next time.